In the last video, we talked about white's response to this pincer. White can first make an exchange at the corner and play the underneath attachment. But at this moment, black can directly invade here. This is a tricky move. What is white's best response to this move? If white chooses to directly attack this stone, it will result in a very complicated fight. But this is good for black. Black jump and honey. We will just introduce one variation because it's pretty complicated. White have to turn if white still try to attack. Then black will extend. White have to defend outside. This is because if white try to capture, black can directly cut. And for now, black can simply connect. If white try to defend above, black can of course capture this stone. If white try to play the tiger mouse underneath, black can simply capture. So the only choice for white is to defend, and then black can simply connect. And for now, it's unlikely for white to come outside, and it is unlikely for white to win the liberty race because black have many liberties and black have a pretty large eye shape. So many players will think we just defend, and if white just defend in this way, black will honey. This is acceptable for white, but not the best way. White can first play at q4 to ask black's response. If black try to honey, it will be a very weak shape. White could cut, and then at that time try to climb here. If black choose to connect, white play the tiger mouse, and then black have to defend underneath. White get a center and become very strong. So the only choice for black for now is to connect. Then white block. The exchange at q4 and r3 become impossible if white first make the block exchange above. And for now, black's territory reduce one more. So this is the best way for white to handle this group. And then white can just simply tenuki. If black try to capture the stones, it will be okay. In the beginning of the game, the value of one move is roughly equal to 25 points in Gote. The exchange black made is less than 25 points, and white become not at least no weaker. So this exchange is too small at the beginning of the game. Black could just play somewhere else and continue the game. At this moment, white will also play the 3-space lower extension. Black will still try to pincer. And then white have to jump in this way. This is pretty important. If white choose to tenuki, black can directly invade. This is a tricky move. If white choose to block, black will honey. White cut, black Atari, white connect, black block above. The shape for white is pretty bad. White have to capture, black play the nose. If white choose to tenuki, later in the game, black will honey here. Surprisingly, this group is not alive. If white capture, black just rescue this stone, and white have only one Gote eye. This is pretty bad. But if white choose to block, black will Atari, and Atari here. Still, white have only one eye, and white is pretty heavy. White have to directly come out. What if white play the nose and honey? This is even worse than the variation we see before, because black honey, white connect, black connect. Then if white tenuki, diagonal move is pretty severe. White Atari, black play this move, white capture, and black can directly attack in this way. White's group is in danger. The best way for white is to play this underneath attachment, but still diagonal move for now is severe. In the later of the game, white is still not alive. So white have no choice but to jump for now, and then black tenuki. And this is the end of this Joseki. In the next video, we will talk about the lower approach and the complicated sequence for the 2-space pincer. See you next time.